Welcome back to CBS Sports HQ, presented by Capital One. Jeremy St. Louis alongside the Wizard of Odds, Kenny White, wagering analyst Tim Doyle. We're talking NBA Game 7s on Sunday. The last of those, Dallas at Phoenix, as Luka Doncic looks to take the Mavs beyond the number one seeded Suns. Tim, Suns given 6.5 points here, the total at 205. What's your play on those numbers?
Jeremy, I am holding a live ticket, because not only did I pick the Suns, but I picked them exactly in 7 games. Now, coming in pre-series, they were a massive favorite. Not if you picked them exactly in 7 games. That was plus 430 action, okay? Now it's gotten to game number 7. There is a part of me that is going to hedge here with Dallas, and I am rooting for Doncic. I think he's an amazing talent. I think that'd be a great series to watch him go up against the Warriors to see if he can single-handedly win a series, but come on. You know the Suns aren't going to lose this game at home. They've been so dominant at home. The only game they've lost in the playoffs at home was when Booker got hurt and the Pelicans made a whole bunch of shots. So I wouldn't lay all these points, and I think a game 7 slows down. It could be a lower possession game, so laying points is a little bit iffy. But man, the Mavericks, they have gotten blitzed in Dallas. I'm sorry, they've gotten blitzed in Phoenix. Like, the games really haven't been competitive. So I think the Suns are going to win this game, but I wouldn't lay all those points.
Yeah, that scares me a little bit too. You're right. They haven't been as competitive in Phoenix as they have been in Dallas. But I'm going to go under the total. This series, again, has gotten slower and slower. You know, if we could look back, I lost game 1 under. They scored 235 points. Game 2, I went under 238 points. I got blown away in the first 2. But 3 of the last 4 have now gone under the total. The pace has gotten slower from 95 possessions down to 91 possessions. Game 7, I expect today to be even lower scoring or lower possession game than that. The median for the last 4 games, 198 points, 198. And that's where I think this total should be. That's what I made the total. I went under 207.5 2 nights ago. It dropped to 205 yesterday. It's held steady today, but I don't think it's going anywhere, but maybe if it goes a tick lower to 204.
Game 6 was the first time in his NBA career that Luka Doncic won an elimination game. But if you look at his entire round ball career, going back to his days in Europe, I mean, this is a guy who's been raised in postseason elimination games since he was 16 years old. Real ones against Europe's best teams, including playing for his country. Game 7s don't really faze him. With that in mind, Kenny, what do you have for a Luka prop tonight?
Yeah, again, you know, we talk about all the time when you're betting on a star player, you're going to pay a premium to go over anytime. So the numbers are always going to be overinflated. I'm going under because the numbers just don't dictate it. Points, rebounds, and assists, I'm using that prop at 53.5 under the total. On the season, his number was 44. Versus Phoenix during the regular season, it was 44. In the playoffs, it's 47.5. And versus Phoenix in this series, the median 47.5. At Phoenix, he did have a game that he had 65 in. It was his monster game, 47 and 41. But as you see, it's gone down lower and lower each game, and under 53.5, I think, is going to be difficult to get to. Again, he can have a monster game and still not go over this number.
Yeah, Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns fought arguably the greatest boxing match, but it didn't last very long. Not sure how many rounds it went, but guys were throwing haymakers. Kenny throws a haymaker here, Luka Doncic under his total number. Haymaker back. A butterbean haymaker back towards you, Kenny. I say triple-double here. I say a triple-double, and he has failed to get one in the series. Actually only had 1 game where he's gone over double-digit assist, where he had 11 in game number 4. But he is averaging for the series 32 points, 10 rebounds, and nearly 8 assists. So, I mean, he's like when you get to the beach, you're so excited, you run up to the water, and then you're just like, dip a little toe in, dip a little foot in. Like, he's just been dipping the toe in the triple-double water, and now I'm getting nearly 3-1 on it. You know, my thing was, I think you just got to just jump in, okay? That's what I've done in life. That's what I've done in marriage. I've been happy for about half the years I've been married, but I just jumped into the ocean, and then somehow 3 kids later in a minivan, it is starting to work out. He may not get this, and Kenny likes under, and I appreciate the haymaker, but he's going to come close, and he's going to have the ball every single time down the floor, especially in such a big game. So you're giving me 3-1 odds? I'll take them.
Tim, you've been married a long time, and you've been happy for half the time. Can we ask Mrs. Doyle one of these days how long she's been happy for?
You know what it is? Or like this, I'm sleeping.
On the other side of that, let's talk about Devin Booker. Never played in a Game 7 in his career. In fact, most of the Suns have only been to the postseason once. That was during last season's NBA Finals run. Still, as we've said, though, Game 7s are where legends can be born. Booker knows this. So what do you have for a Booker prop here, Tim?
I'm going to go under his scoring number. Now, last game, he was under 20 points. I know it's not a popular pick here because it's the Suns at home, and I actually have the Suns winning this game. But the thing that has been a story in this series has been role players excelling at home, right? Go to the Mavericks. Who's played great at home throughout the playoffs? Brunson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Bertans, like so many other guys. So I expect this to be a complete team effort today in the Suns win. Chris Paul, Ayton, Bridges. I think other guys are going to play well, so he's not going to have to go out there and get 29 points, 30 points. He could have 23, still be wildly effective, still make a ton of shots. I don't expect this game to be in the 230s or 240s final score, so I just think the number's a little too beefy. Kenny in the series only averaging 25.5, so I think I got a little bit of an edge here. I'm going to go under.
Tim, I agree. That's the exact same prop I have. You know, we talk about these series. Well, these teams see each other game in and game out, and the adjustments are always going to be defense. How do we stop this guy? How do we stop that guy? They're watching tape of each player. What do we have to do to limit their possessions, to limit their scoring? And they've done a great job with Chris Paul. They've worn him down. They figured out, hey, let's make him active defensively the entire game so he's not fresh in the fourth quarter. They've done a nice job with him. Booker, they've done a nice job with as well. As you mentioned, in the playoffs, 25 is his median number. On the regular season versus Dallas, it was 24 in the 3 games he played against them. So they have great defensive players on Dallas. It's just been awfully tough because there's so many weapons that Phoenix has. So that does limit the touches that Booker does get. So I'm in agreement with you, Tim, under 28.5 points.
All right, so both men going under the total there for Devin Booker's number. As we've discussed throughout this series, I mean, the home team has dominated every matchup. You guys said it, to the extent there hasn't been a single minute of clutch basketball played throughout these 6 blowout wins. So with that in mind, Kenny, go all on the line for us here.
Yeah, the series doesn't start till the visitor wins or there's a Game 7. This is it. This is for all the marbles, and the pressure is on. You talked about the Phoenix Suns not playing in a Game 7. Devin Booker's never played in a Game 7. Chris Paul has. He hasn't been successful in Game 7s either. So there's a lot of pressure in this game. I'm going under in the first half, 105. I know there's no chance of overtime. I also went under the first quarter, under 52.5. I think this is a heavyweight bout. The defenses will be prepared, and it's going to be tough to score early in this basketball game.
It's funny you go under first half because in Game 5, I bet live, I bet over first half, and I got it at 99.5. And I was like, man, these teams got to get to 100. Didn't get there, right? So it was one of those live bets where the kids have gone to bed, the wife's asleep, and the game has started, and you're like, what am I going to do here? I got to jump in. So, like, yeah, you got to get to 100, right? And they did not. The game really did start to slow down. So I like your play there. If you're just watching right now, I got in at Suns in 7. I'm Suns in 7. Suns in 4 guy, I'm not him. I'm Suns in 7 guy, right? Why? Because I'm getting plus 430 odds, and now they get a chance to come home where the role players are going to step up. They have been utter dominant at home, and I expect that to happen again. I just don't want to lay all these points, and plus I just need them to win, and I'm going to hedge a little bit because I love to always hedge your bets, okay? Because you never go broke taking a profit. So give me the Suns here on the money line.
Kenny White and Tim Doyle discussing Game 7 tonight between the Mavs and the Suns. One of these teams going to see their season end in disappointment tonight. They're all on the line picks. Kenny likes first half under at 105. Tim, Suns money line. And then you look at the rest of their picks. Under the 205 in terms of the game pick itself for Kenny. Luka Doncic under his total for points, rebounds, and assists. And Devin Booker under 28.5. They're in agreement on Booker in terms of that prop play for the Suns. Tim, though, with that butterbean haymaker there for Kenny with Luka Doncic, given the triple-double, yes, at plus 290, and Tim likes the Suns on the money line. As we always do, let's have a crack at another parlay partay. Suns favored by 6.5. Home team has won every game. Luka versus Booker. Kenny, what's your parlay play for this one?
Yeah, I'm going to use another same game parlay. The game I like under the total under 205. Luka under 34.5. You know, his scoring's been down the last 4 games. He's got a total of 16 personal fouls. So he hasn't played as many minutes the last 4 games as he normally would. Again, defense is at an all-time high here in this game. Points at a premium. Luka under his number and Booker under 28.5. If I can get both those guys to go under their point total, boy, it looks pretty reasonable. I should be able to get the game under for sure.
I mean, what a depressing parlay. That should be hashtag depressing parlay. Everybody missing shots, everything under. Like, you're sitting there on a Sunday, flowers are starting to bloom, leaves are on the trees, little boys and girls are out there riding their bicycle, and Uncle Kenny's in there rooting for missed shots, famine, divorce, turnovers, bad play. I love it, Kenny. That's why we're friends. We're going to go Suns on the money line here. Others have been contributing. Who's the other I'm taking for the Suns? Mikal Bridges, home games, double digits in all those home games. I expect the other Suns to play well. And then Luka triple-double makes it a little bit juicier of a parlay. Whenever you get a little plus 290 in there, ooh, that's when you start doing a little Gloria Stefan dance. Like, oh yeah, like little conga action. That's my parlay. And Uncle Kenny, you're not angry. You're just still waiting for that Reuben sandwich that you ordered in the first race at Santa Anita a month and a half ago that still never showed up at our table.
Thanks as always to the Wizard of Odds, Kenny White, wagering expert Tim Doyle, giving you the money-making plays for both Game 7s in the association Sunday afternoon and evening. So you take a look at the parlay plays. For Kenny, under 205, Luka Doncic under, Devin Booker under, and then for Tim, Suns money line. He loves the money line on a parlay because, as Tim has mentioned numerous times, he likes to hedge. Bridges over his point total. Luka with that triple-double at almost 3-1, $50 between the two of them. If the bets all pay out, gets you $372.50. Game 7 between the Mavs and Suns tips off tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern in Phoenix.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.